What's good, y'all? It's your bro Lo, and I'm bringing you guys another saucy trading video. Anyways, y'all, what's good? I didn't drop a video last week, and the reasons why I didn't drop a video last week is because I was unmotivated to really edit a video and edit the video up and post it and do YouTube last week because, for one, I blew my Phase 2 account. Um, yes, I blew it last week Tuesday. The reasons why I blew it is because it's the typical thing that all of us go through. Is wanting to rush the process, right? So I wanted to rush the process, and it ended up burning me. I still had $130 left to trade, but I hit the daily loss limit. Right, so let's go ahead and get into, because I'm gonna keep it transparent with y'all, bro. Even though I didn't want to post a video last week and all of that, is because, bro, like I said, I was dismotivated. I wanted to low key stop trading, give up trading, whatever. Right, all the things that come with the thoughts that you have when you blow an account. Right, so I had those thoughts. I wanted to quit. I was telling myself, bro, like, I will never, I don't think I will ever get this. I will never succeed at this. You know what I'm saying? Just speaking negatively last week. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to go over the trades that I took, right? And the trades really don't matter. It's just it's the fact that I blew the account, right? The fact that I let myself get emotional and lose my emotional control, right? So let's go ahead and get into that. All right, so for some reason it won't let me log into my GoFunded trader, but as you guys can see, this was November 12th, right? 6 days ago. I ended up breaching the daily drawdown limit, right? And the thing is, bro, like, I could have not let that happen. Like any other blow up or over leverage, bro, I didn't have to allow that to happen. The trade that I took was Tuesday on the 12th. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys GU, right? So it really doesn't matter about the trade. The main reasons that led me to my blow up is the fact that this trade was not according to my plan, and that's one common denominator of reasons why I blow up, is because I take a dumbass trade that's not a part of my plan. Now, here's midnight open price, right? I'm gonna just draw down in blue, right? Because the trade really don't matter. But one rule that I have is that I don't take a trade unless there's a buy stop run, right? A buy stop run, maybe on a session high, which is like two. Okay, here's London, and here's Asia up here, right? Here's Asia. So Asia wasn't even ran, right? London wasn't ran, right? And now look where I'm selling this shit at, bruh. Even technical wise, it was super retarded for me to to even take that trade, bruh. But this was the trade that I took right here. Okay, so we're way below midnight open price. No buy side liquidity was taken at all, right? And then we're at a discount monthly fair value gap, monthly PD array, discount PD array, right? A discount area that price should show some type of support at and push price up. So I took this trade, right, when my stop is right above here. Okay, if you go down to the 15-minute, I'll show you guys exactly what I was looking at, but it was this right here. So after price ran into this FEG right here, I can remember this trade, bruh. This FEG right here, as soon as it started running below it, this is where I got in, and I ended up putting my stop right above this high, expecting it to go for a 1 to 2 risk to actually. My stops was a little bit higher maybe, or my entry was actually a little bit lower. I think my entry was actually here, right? So this was my entry. This was my entry. Okay, now technically wise, you could be like, okay, yes, it's going lower. Order flow has been bearish or whatever. It's been bearish today, whatever. It looks bearish, whatever. this trade is not a part of my plan. So when I took this trade and when I lost the trade, when price went up against me, I couldn't accept that loss because, for one, the loss that I took, I've been on a losing streak, right? I've been on a losing streak, basically down basically like a 3-4 losing streak, right? This whole month I've been disciplined. You guys can see, like, I've been not crashing out. I've been accepting the losses, right? And because in my mind I'm thinking of, okay, it's coming into November. I've been on a losing streak. I'm still on phase 2. Whatever I trade, I'm not gonna make anything. I'm not making anything from it in my mind. That's what I'm telling myself, right? And it's making me rush it to make me feel like by me taking that loss, I'm more behind than I should be, especially because I took a trade that wasn't even part of my plan. So it makes me feel like I'm way, way, way behind on where I should be, right? Or should be, right? So it just sucks, bro, because, bro, deadass, I was having a great day too. I was having a good ass day. Like, I'm telling you, bro, I was having a good ass day, and then after my routine was in line, everything, the whole day was normal, but I still ended up losing my account, right? Losing the phase 2, and then, right, how I blew up from it, right, is after it went up. This was a regular $30 loss because I was scaling in all in here too. I was scaling in here, but I was moving my stop. But this was a $30 stop out. So after I took that stop out, right, I ended up re-entering, because for no particular reason besides me wanting to rush the process and me wanting to get to funding faster, right, and get to the funded account faster. I took this trade here when my stop right above here, and the thing is, I was down $30 here. I ended up risking 100 here. Yep, hold on. I ended up risking $100 here, like a complete dumbass, right? Down $30. Ended up risking $100. Actually, I ended up re-entering as soon as it stopped me out. To be honest with you, as soon as it stopped me out. This is a common pattern that I do. And then my stops was above this high, right? So this was $100 stop right here. But as soon as I seen price was moving higher, like right here, started getting closer, I started moving my stop just like right up here, bruh. Right up here. And this ended up being $160 something loss, right? Instead of $100 loss, because I ended up moving my stop a little bit more, right? I think my re-entry was like somewhere, it was like right above this high with my stop right here, right? Stop right here, and then it ended up being like $200. I probably scaled in right here. I can't even remember, y'all, but it was just straight tilt. It was straight tilt. It was no logical thinking here, and I ended up getting hit with the daily loss limit, right? I didn't even completely blow the amount that I was, the total amount. I ended up blowing the daily loss limit, right? So after that happened, my dumbass decided to hop in ES on Tuesday. I think on some type of sale on the phase 1 on another new $5,000 account. So I blew 2 accounts, bro. I blew the phase 2 and then I blew the phase 1, right? And I ended up, bro, I forgot what I ended up doing, but I just know that it was a over leveraged sell or buy, right? It was one of them. I can't even tell you what trade I took exactly, but I blew it, bro. I blew it, and that trade don't even matter because it was just me gambling it and just me throwing it in there and me just taking something stupid. You know what I mean? I know that this isn't gonna be me getting to where I want to be. Isn't gonna come tomorrow, or it isn't gonna come next week, potentially, or if I get lucky, or it isn't gonna come next month. But when I'm on a losing streak, right? I can't be like how I used to be. Like when I was getting those payouts with Apex, bro, I was able to take 4 losses in a row and get it right back. Like be able to crawl back out of drawdown and not tilt and shit. When I was getting those payouts back to back to back with Apex, when I was in my house, right? And then when I started getting to scaling, when I tried to start scaling with those profits that I was making, right? I ended up going back to that gambler mentality, and a lot of times I got rewarded from it because I would over leverage and it would work out in my favor. So now it's a bad habit that I have that I continue to keep doing when things aren't going my way, right? And that's my problem. That's my problem that I have to fix. You know what I mean? That I have to. It's good that I did it for a month and I was disciplined for a month. That's good. That's good training, right? Yeah, I slipped. I indulged in my bad habit again, but I'm not gonna let this keep me down or focus too much on this, right? All I need to do is focus on what the reasons why I crashed out, and it's not even over leveraged, and then I tilted the next account. The reasons why I did that is because I was on a losing streak. It's coming to be slow months. I'm thinking it's gonna be slow months, so that's gonna take longer for me to get a payout, right? So I'm trying to rush it, right? I'm in this situation, right? Which I've already been kind of, I have my bad days and shit, and it's been cold as fuck and sleeping in that tent and shit. You know what I mean? And things can be things, but things aren't that bad. You know what I mean? They aren't. People are going through more shit than I am. You know what I mean? The only thing I can control is my mind, right? But even though I'm going through this, it still plays even though I know this, I have this mentality, it still plays a part of me wanting to rush the process. Just like anybody who's not even going through the same shit as me, they got their own shit that they're going through, and they end up rushing the process. You know what I mean? I keep touching these broken ass glasses, bruh. But yeah, I'm not gonna let that keep me down, right? I did want to quit for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, shed a little bit of tears, bruh. But hey, man, we keep pushing. So there's this company called, so I can't log in. Top One Trader basically had a Black Friday 80% deal for instant funded account, right? So this instant funded account comes with $500 of drawdown, trailing drawdown. That's the only thing it trails. It was only there's a $250 loss limit, so that's trailing too, right? Once I get to $500, I could request a payout, and then the trailing drawdown stops. I don't know how much I could request up to, but that's past we'll get to that later, right? But this account was only $48, right? This account was only $48. I don't know why I don't know what's happening. Okay, but as you guys can see, I'm down. How much am I down? Look, boy, I'm down. I'm down $61. So I took a trade Friday. Yes, and I ended after a blow up week, right? After I blew the phase 1 and blew the phase 2, I ended up taking a trade Friday. I should have just not taken a trade that week, but it was a good ass trade. It was according to my plan, right? But I ended up taking a bigger loss. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that trade that I took. It was on EU. Right, EU going higher, EU going to the previous daily high. So this was my idea, right? So it was Friday. It was Friday. It was on this day, right? When I'm looking at this day, right, this was my draw. This is the previous daily high. I was thinking it was gonna go to the previous daily highs and expand higher, right? So when that happened, right, it was some SMT there. It was some SMT there with GU and dollar right here. So I ended up taking my trade around like 8 o'clock. I'm gonna show you guys real quick, and then we could get into what's going on today, what's gonna happen today. But yeah, so this is my midnight open price up here, right up here, midnight open price. It dropped lower first, right? Ended up running up higher, creating that fair value gap, which I was thinking was a breaker. This low was SMT with a dollar and GU, right? And I was looking for us to start attacking this previous daily high, which was right here, right? So this was the previous daily high at that time. So this was the previous daily high at that time. I ended up entering right here. And I actually like this trade. I like this trade a lot. It was around the current new day opening gap too. And then my stop was here, right? I was expecting, actually it was here first, right? Because I was expecting this fair value gap to stay open, and then I was aiming for like a 1 to 1.8, 1 to 2, right? Maybe it could get up into there. I was just gonna take the 1 to 2, right? So as it as it was dropping lower, I moved my stop down here because I wanted to see us play inside of that, see if we was gonna hold this as a breakaway gap, right? And start running higher from there. But as you guys can see, it stopped me out, and I ended up taking more of a higher loss than I should have, right? So now the thing is, bro, now even though I took that loss, I didn't crash out this account. Oh shit, no. I didn't crash it out, right? I still got the account. I didn't fuck it up or go on tilt that Friday, try to make it back or whatever, bro, because it was a loss that I'm able to take. So I noticed the same anomaly that keeps making me blow up is because when I'm on the losing streak, I take a trade that's not according to my. When I'm on a losing streak, this is the same common shit. When I'm on a losing streak, I take a trade that's not according to my plan, which leads me to feel like I'm behind, which leads me to feel like I'm failing, which leads me to feel like I'm not anywhere close to my goal or close to where profitable or whatever what I'm thinking, right? Then it leads me to trying to fix the situation, and I ended up over leveraging, trying to make it back, martingale and shit, and then boom, it ends up going bad, bruh. But yeah. What's good, y'all? So today's Thursday. I took a trade yesterday that brought me back to break even, almost close to break even. 900. I'm basically at 9,994, almost back to 10K. All right. It's taking a minute to basically load up, so I'm gonna just go to the chart and show you guys exactly the trade that I took. All right. So I took a sell on YM just from it closing through this volume imbalance. Looking at this day to be open, high, low, and then close, right? Attacking the previous daily low. When you go to that hourly time frame, we use this order block right here, this up close candle. This was previous daily high on the previous day. We didn't rate that, but NQ and ES did. So as you guys can see, we rated that previous daily high. ES rated the previous daily high, right? But it didn't rate the previous daily high here. So we went up, dropped below this up close candle. Actually, this up close candle closed below there after taking out the buy side liquidity here. Going to the 15-minute time frame, we had these two consecutive up close candles here, plus this fair value gap here. My entry came right there with the stops right above here. Go to the 5-minute. When my stops right here, and then target the previous daily low. Right now, right here, as price ran up into this high around 12 o'clock, I just set my sell limit. I had a target of a 1 to 2, right? Of a 1 to 2. As soon as price took out, ran into that FEG, and then started running lower, right? As soon as we attacked that low, my internet was tweaking to where I couldn't take partials, I couldn't take TP, I couldn't exit out, right, if I wanted to, because it's NFP today, so I wasn't expecting today to really expand at a certain point. So price came up higher again, right? Ran into this 15-minute FEG, came all the way into the BPR, which was right here, this FEG here, came all the way there, got close to the stop loss, and then it dropped one more time, attacking the previous daily low, and I ended up getting out because it was around the time to where I didn't really want to be in the trade anymore. I just wanted to leave, and go on about my day. And I took it at a 1-to-1, right, risking $50, $60, right, to get myself close back to break even, right, and just securing that. So if today gives me a setup, then I can get something out of that, and then maybe make some profit, right? All right, y'all. So I just took stop out basically for $25, right, and then also took that $13 stop out on GU. So max loss for the day is $40, which is less than 50, and that's my maximum loss that I would want to take. So I'm gonna just end my day there. So I had everything recorded with that trade, like everything that I wanted to see, all of the analysis, even had the trade recorded, but the screen was frozen. So now I have to show you guys exactly what I took. Alright, so the first short that I took, which was a negative $13 loss, was on GU, and it was based off of GU running into this hourly FEG and being bullish for bearish for the day, because 830 only dropped lower. It did not take out the Asia low, and then started running into this PD array, right? So I was thinking that we were going to be bearish and that we were aiming for this sell side liquidity down here, right down in here. So I didn't want to get in with full risk. Because after we didn't run out that Asia low, I thought we were going to aim here. So I didn't get in with full risk because we had this 5-minute inefficiency that we did not run through here. But I was thinking that this was the smart money reversal being set up here before the CSD. Well, there was a CSD, right, with these two up close candles being closed through, right? It was a CSD, so that's why I took the short within here when my stops right above there, and then targets was that NFP low, right? So that was my target, and then I was gonna scale in more as soon as price ran through this, created an up close candle, and then possibly gave me another CSD, and I'll enter and scale in there, right? But I entered $13 instead of $25. I entered $13. My max risk is $50 on one trade, so I entered 13, lost 13 there. You feel me? And then I took a second trade, which was EU, right? And it was EU running up into this hourly fair value gap right here. Right? Let me show you guys that hourly fair value gap. All right, it was this hourly fair value gap right here that it ran up into with that wick just right there, so you guys can't see it. Boom, this wick running up into this FEG right in here, taking out buy side liquidity as well, right? So as soon as price did that, that's when I was thinking, okay, price is potentially gonna run lower, right? Especially because 830 dropped down first and then ran up, right? So I'm thinking this is the fake move going up, which it was, right? So as soon as that happened, go to the Discord, right? Drop down to the 5-minute chart. Boom, we had a CSD. I entered $25 there. It ran down at least a good 1R, right? 1R. And then as soon as we broke through this fair value gap, we came back up, created an up close candle, dropped through that up close candle. I ended up scaling in there, right, as price was running up into this inversion FEG. And then as soon as we had this up close candle get created and another drop down, I ended up scaling in another one at full $25 risk here, but I ended up moving my stop lower below these highs right in here, this high right in here, which decreased my my loss to about $30, $25, right? Ended up coming back up, hitting me out, right? So that's why I took that $40 loss and the $13 loss on GU, and ended up losing $26 with all the scalings. But to make the profit potential was $100, right? Even though I was risking $100. So yeah, that was the trade. Yo, what's good? Happy Friday. I just got set up and looking at the market right now. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I want to see. So I'm bearish EU, bullish dollar, especially because EU today had ran up into a SIBI, and it looks like we're running towards that weekly low wick, relative equal lows. I think we're gonna head down towards there, even though we paused at this volume imbalance here. I'm thinking that we could still go lower from there. When you look at the hourly time frame, we have a SIBI inefficiency right here that I want to see price run up into and hold, right? Notice how we ran out the Asia high, which is here, and we also ran out the previous daily high, which is up here, right? So this is the previous daily high. There, I'm gonna put in an orange. So that was the previous daily high there, and then we have the previous daily low, which is right here, and it's that 830 NFP move. So I'm thinking we're gonna run down there today. Looks like GU may want to run up into the London buy side liquidity pool first, and then possibly go lower. Maybe use this last up close candle and this inefficiency up here to continue to go lower, or we don't run that London high at all. We just leave that London high. But either way, it would be SMT, dollar as well. Dollar already took out the previous daily high, but no wick at the top of here. We're inside of this fair value gap now, right? So I want to see the next. I want to see price hold this array there. I want to see it hold this fair value gap, and then start giving me some type of displacement higher, and then I would anticipate this to be a run for this high and maybe even higher towards the 25% of this weekly fair value gap that was used before, that we already tapping into the discount, but I'm thinking we can run into the 25%, right? I think that's what we're reaching up for. I think that's the goal, that's the target, right? The previous daily low too on dollar as well. So previous daily low, previous daily high ran out. I'm thinking we're going higher because we're holding. We gapped above this inefficiency right here. We came back and we used the consequent encroachment. It looks like we're gonna run higher from there. That's what I want to see. For indices, lower prices. I want to see lower prices, even though we took out the previous daily low already. We took it out during a time where I don't think those lows are going to stay. So 530, 520, and then 7 o'clock lows, relative equal lows there. After running out Asia high, I want to see one more run higher. One more run higher. You do have this 4-hour FEG right up in here that's lined up with consequent encroachment of this weekly wick that we already traded through. Hold on, wait, is it the daily? Okay, daily wick. So this daily wick here, we already kind of traded through. So I want to see if we hold this range and then we continue lower, especially because we ran out the previous daily high, came up into a premium, couldn't get back into this inefficiency, and then we dropped lower. So I'm thinking we're running towards these relative equal lows that are in here. So boom, that's what I'm thinking price is going. That's what I'm gonna trade to. But since we took out internal liquidity, I want to see it run back into a little bit of eternal of this range, which is right here. So this 4-hour, you line it up, boom, right there. So I want to see it kind of run into that during the open and during that 9:45 news that we have. So I think 10 o'clock will be the move there. So even though price is dropping lower from here right now, I don't like the idea of selling just yet. Midnight open price is a little bit higher, so right up here, right at this open candle right here. It actually opened up right at consequent encroachment of this wick right here. So midnight open price is here. So I want to see us get a little bit closer to that price before I try to sell Euro USD. Alright, so up there, right? So I want to see if it could dig into this inefficiency a little bit more before dropping lower, and then we'll possibly have a trade I'll possibly take a sell. Hopefully it doesn't start displacing yet. Wait, what time is this? Okay, so we're inside of this macro. That is a time where it could run lower inside of that macro because we're giving reversals. And we're in a new hour as well. Dollar already ran into that inefficiency, so maybe this could be the sell here to possibly start going lower. I want to see a change in the state of delivery, which it would be this up close candle there. That would be it, because that's the highest up close candle. So that would be my CSD. And a close, that tells me that this is good to go. So any displacement and fair value gaps in here, I'll possibly take the run to 7 o'clock low. So even though this 4-hour looks bullish from hitting here, and then that doesn't mean it's gonna close bullish. Bonjour. Hey, ça va bien? Alright, wait for this candle to close before I make a decision. See if it created inefficiency right here. Looks like we could hold this price right here. Okay, so I ended up canceling my limit because we have news at 9:45, and with this account I cannot trade 5 minutes before and 5 minutes after news. So yeah, because I don't want to end up getting caught slipping when news drops and it ends up spiking me out, and then I breach a rule, right? I have a soft breach, so I'm gonna wait for news to potentially maybe trade up, give it 5 more minutes after the news drop, and then maybe enter. Alright, so I enter a short here. TP is gonna be here. Yeah. Once the 5 minute closes through these up close candles, then I'll look to scalp in. Alright, I just got into an S&P sell as well. Alright, looking for it to run down to this 526 low.
Grocery stores are like the best jobs to have.
So right now I'm in EU and I'm in ES, NASDAQ. Now that EU is running lower and expanding lower, I expect this to be an intermediate term high, so I can move my stop right above that high. So I'm gonna move it halfway, like that. And then NAS is still running below these two up close candles. I want to see them close below there. I wanted to see that whole breaker hold right here, but it kind of colored outside the line a little bit. Now I want to see expansion here. Should do that and then run to that 7 o'clock low. Go to NAS. This low right here. Well, this is the 7 o'clock low. So as soon as price takes this out, I would want to be break even and maybe even pull something out, but that would be at a 1 to 1.5, 1 to 1.5. But I'm gonna aim for this low as well. Now that we're expanding, I'm gonna go ahead and move my stop to $8, so that way I'm taking less than a $25 loss today to make $100. Took a bit of partials right at the 7 o'clock low and gonna allow it to run below this low and move my stops to break even. Alright, moving my stops to break even on EU as well. Since we ran below this low, displaced below this low, I don't expect this to come all the way up here. That way we don't take any losses today, right? No losses. So I have to pack it up. I move my stops right above this 2 up close candles to give price room to retrace inside of this wick in this up close candle to possibly continue lower. If not, then it runs me out at $8, but I secured 15, 17, so basically $7 in profit on this trade. And then this one, where I break even. So, gonna leave it to run, and then that's it. I'll see you guys later, because I gotta pack it up and leave. Alright, y'all, so basically, it came back, knocked us out at a $4 loss on NASDAQ, right? But we secured basically $10, $11. And then for EU hit my TP, we sold here, and then TP was down here. So that's it. All right, y'all, before we end the video, I'm gonna go ahead and break down the NASDAQ trade that I took, because I just showed the entry and the result and everything, but I didn't really break it down during the video. When I took that trade on Friday, right, notice how, okay, on a daily time frame, we ran out external liquidity. I wanted to see it come up to this 4-hour fair value gap at first, right? I remember that, but I noticed that after price had ran out the Asia high, right, all we did was come into a hourly order block, right, up close candle. So maybe to potentially come lower and then have to come all the way up there into that 4-hour PD array, but we ran up into that hourly order block here, right? And then when you look at time, okay, 7 o'clock low was here, right? So the 7 o'clock low was here, and then you have this 5 o'clock low here. So low resistance liquidity run, in my opinion, was there, right? 8:30. And then 10, and then 11:30. So I'm marking out the 90-minute cycles, right? Same with ES. I think ES should have. Okay, I didn't mark it out with ES. Boom, ES. 7 o'clock, 8:30, 10, 11:30. All right. So as soon as we ran out Asia high, right? We ran out Asia high as well. We had that 9:45 news, which 10 o'clock was gonna most likely be the move lower, right? So by 9:45 and 8:30, we were already at a premium. We were already above Asia high. We're at that hourly order block. Then when you look at the 7 o'clock to 8:30 range, 7 o'clock low is still here, right? We take out that 8:30 range high, which was right here. Boom. Okay, as soon as we ran that out here, right, after accumulating, right, we ran out higher, created consecutive up close candles, right? As soon as I seen price run below this here, which is my CSD, which is the last up close candle that ran out the buy stops, that's when I got interested. Also, we had SMT, with those highs with ES and NASDAQ, because ES did not run out that high. So as soon as we CSD here, right there, as soon as we close below these two up close candles, that gave me a CSD as well, right? And if you was to look at it, the reason why I'm using these two up close candles is because this is the time that NQ had ran out those highs there, right? So as soon as that happened, that's when you guys see me take that entry, which was as price was in that breaker, right? As price was in that breaker. I ended up taking partials here. Well, you guys already know that. You guys get to see the whole. I'm making this Sunday. I'm recording this Sunday right here because I didn't get the chance to do it, right? But yeah, that was the entry there. Let me actually get the exact entry. So you guys know exactly where I got the entry from. As soon as I seen this displacement on the 1 minute time frame, and we use this FEG right here, it would have probably been a cool entry right there. But I follow my rules, right? I just entered right here off of this FEG, right inside of here on this breaker, and then it stops right above here, right? So that's the reasons why I took that trade. As you guys know, that it ran out at 7 o'clock and started running higher from there. Even though I was wrong Friday, I still got something out of it. But EU paid me the most that day, which is cool, right? So W trade, we even though we did eventually go to external liquidity to internal liquidity, I still got something, and I was still right, even if I was able to take profit at a 1 to 1.5 and not anticipated to go below this low too. But this was low resistance liquidity run signature. I was thinking that I wasn't gonna get down into there, but it didn't, right? But yeah, it was cool. It was a cool Friday, you feel me? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button, you feel me? I know I'm not recording much of my life and shit. It's because I don't have a personal device to record with besides the Mac, you feel me? I can't take the Mac and move it all around and show you everywhere, you know what I mean? I can't do that just to pull it out, because this is also my wife's Mac as well, you feel me? So y'all know how women are with their possessions, you feel me? And they want it to be well taken care of. So yeah, man, that's it, man. I hope you guys, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go ahead and smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, sub to the motherfucking channel, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll see you guys next week, this week upcoming, whenever I see you guys. Peace, I'm out.